This is D, and let's dress for life. That's what's up. With all of these sex scandals, these sex issues hitting the news so fast, so hard, so furiously now, I just ask one question. Why in the world is it happening now? Why hasn't it been in the past? It's not as if Hollywood has been known for only G-rated movies. Sadly, you look at some of these movies, especially in the porn industry. Good gracious, you have women throwing themselves around um, and making individuals think, oh, every woman likes it every way from Sunday. And every woman's willing to do it with Dan, Stan, and Jan, and all at the same time. I want to ask you this, my brother. I want to ask you this, my sister. Is there any wonder that women have not been sexploited even more than they are now? And I'd like to also ask a question. Is it that no man has been sexploited in Hollywood? I'd like to think that many men have been. Why is anyone shocked that this immoral behavior exists in an industry that continues to produce products that promote immoral behaviors? It's just a wonder. You look at the movies, you look at the television shows, you look at the music videos, pushing the envelope until the envelope is just burned up. You look at Katy Perry, you look at Kanye West. What have they said? They actually said that they sold their souls to the devil. Who else? Who else has willingly sold himself or herself for some major role, or maybe even for a minor role? Whether we're talking about Sleezywood, Bollywood, Nollywood, or Mr. and Mrs. Wood, who are our next door neighbors, I want you to understand that one's influence is great. And one's influence is not just great upon children who are watching, but even fellow adults who are watching, who are desiring some direction in this directionless dump that we call Earth. Who can we blame for this fiasco that we see before us? I'd like to blame empowerless parenting. This empowerless parenting has resulted in children with no power. This empowerless parenting has resulted in children with no parameters. This empowerless parenting has resulted in children with no principles whatsoever. So I'm assuming the best of these parents. But whatever the case, the empowerless parents resulting or allowing the children to result with having no power, maybe these parents took control of every aspect of the children's lives. And then you had children falling into one camp or the other. The one camp, these children learned, I must respect every person in power, and I must comply with whatever demands are made upon me. And then the other camp, I must rebel. I must combat every request that is asked of me. I am a nonconformist. And then the empowerless parents who have the children who have no parameters whatsoever, maybe these parents were the parents who did not say yes to any activity. And then you have the extreme. These parents did not say no to any activity. Even though it may have seemed that there were parameters. For many of these parents, there were not the parameters that were necessary for the children. And what happens? You have one end. The child is, oh, I can't stop. I had to keep moving. I have to maintain some level of excitement. I have to be stimulated at all times. Stress levels must remain at an elevated level. Then you have these individuals getting into all kinds of trouble sexually. You look at some of these teachers who get in trouble, and these senators. It just goes on and on. And then, of course, you have the other extreme of children. I ain't doing nothing. Like a cat that's had its fill of rats, and it won't even chase the rat that's crawling right in front of it. And then you have the powerless parents who raise children with no principles. Just think of this. These parents have loose morals. What's their theme? No law, no limit. Anything goes. And sadly, the children feel soulless. It's almost as if they feel that they're adrift on a piece of wood in the middle of the ocean with no wind, no waves, no land in sight, and no hope of rescue. To the parents, realize it's not too late. For the parents who try to control everything, ease up. Ease up. And to those parents who have no control at all, schedule yourselves, settle down, calm things down, put some parameters in place. And then for the immoral parents, I'm just going to tell you, model what you know your children need to be seeing. And added to that, model what you want your children to do. For the young men, young women, give your soul to God. Because after all, when it's all over, is your life just an itty bitty forgetful star on a sidewalk, or a statue at which pigeons aim their poop? Give yourself, give your soul to the maker of stars, to the maker of the galaxies, and to the maker of the universe. No matter how you've been or haven't been treated, realize that you are valuable. You are worthwhile, just as worthwhile as anyone around you. It matters not your past. It matters not your present. No matter who's telling you it does. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's your parent, your parole officer, or your producer. You are valuable. Know it. Now, live your worth. Talk little, but live your talk. And another thing under living your worth, be willing to lose. Don't compromise your principles. Because I promise you this, no matter how big that contract is, there's not enough money, there's not enough drugs, there's not enough sex to make that filthy image in the mirror clean. I'm going to conclude with this. No matter the compromises that you have made, you are breathing. You can change. Just as Harvey Weinstein owned up and changed up, it's not too late, but you must begin now. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Additionally, go to www.destressmethod.com for more resource information. That's all I got for you for now. This is D, and Less Stress for Life. This was up. Peace.